Welcome to Phil's Cooking Academy. Now today we're making a breakfast for a special occasion, Mother's Day, birthday, whatever. But it's a very, very simple recipe and very, very tasty. And whoever you make it for will be very happy, trust me. Okay, for 2 people you'll need rye bread, smoked salmon, chives, natural yoghurt, eggs, butter, white wine vinegar, lime, pepper and salt. But the first thing to do is poach the eggs. Now, on the stove here, I've got a large pan of boiling water. The more water in the pan, the quicker the eggs will cook and the more even they will cook. If you have a small pan and you chuck in lots of eggs, it takes a lot of time for the temperature to come back in the water. Here, the temperature comes back straight away so the eggs will cook. To that I'm going to add a little bit of salt, which helps give the egg a bit of flavour. And here's the magic trick. I'm going to put into there 2 or 3 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. Now, white wine vinegar is an acid, and that reacts with the egg white to set it very, very quickly. This is what we call a raging boil, which means it's boiling very, very quickly. Now, you break the egg on the side of the pan, so you've gone through the 2 membranes, and you just drop that in as close as you can to the water, and let it just drop into the water. And what will happen is, the white will gently coat the yolk. We'll do 2. Drop that in as well. And it will just coat the yolk perfectly. Now what we need to do is just turn it down slightly. Now it's come back to the boil. And we're generally going to simmer those for probably 2 to 3 minutes. Right, while the eggs are cooking, let's get the base set up. So, here I've got 1 piece of rye bread which I've cut in half and toasted. I'm just going to butter each one, not too much, just enough to cover lightly the toast. Put that onto a large plate. Then I'm going to add 50 grams of smoked salmon to each slice and just fold it round slightly so that the egg will sort of sit in the middle carefully and easily, like that, just like that there. Then I'm going to roughly chop some chives. Now with a sharp knife, be very careful, keep the tip of the knife on the board, hold it nice and firmly in your right or left hand and use your forefinger just to control the blade. So all you're doing is slicing through the chives. The knife does the work. Don't press too hard, just like that. Push away from the blade so you don't cut your fingers. And also we're going to cut a lime in half as well, ready for the end dish. Right, I'm going to check my eggs. Yep, they're ready. And as you can see, they're nice and soft still, and the white is perfectly cooked. Drain that very carefully on a plate. What we don't want is all the water to go on the toast, so just make sure you spend a couple of seconds making sure they're drained perfectly. So, lift your drained egg to a spatula and just lay that on the smoked salmon, nice and gently. And finally, we're going to spoon over the yoghurt. Quite like a bit of yoghurt, so a bit more. Some chives. Don't worry if they come off the edge, quite like that. A little touch of pepper. And 2 halves of lime. There it is, a special occasion breakfast. Perfect for a Sunday morning.